Picture this: Albert Einstein, the genius who decoded the fabric of the cosmos, sitting across from the Buddha, the enlightened one who uncovered the path to inner peace and ultimate liberation. What might such a dialogue reveal? Could the boundaries between science and spirituality dissolve, unveiling a deeper truth that unites them? This video invites you to journey into the minds of these extraordinary figures, exploring their shared philosophies and discovering timeless insights that resonate powerfully in our modern world. Einstein famously remarked, "If there is any religion that could cope with modern scientific needs, it would be Buddhism." This profound statement reflects his admiration for Buddhism as a pragmatic, non-dogmatic philosophy rooted in observation and reason, qualities that parallel the scientific method. Similarly, over 2.500 years ago, the Buddha emphasized mindfulness, empirical understanding, and the rejection of blind faith. Together, these towering intellects inspire us to transcend conventional boundaries and envision a world where science and spirituality coexist harmoniously. Imagine a reality where we bridge the rational and the transcendent, aligning cutting-edge discoveries with ancient wisdom to guide humanity toward a future filled with meaning and compassion. As we delve into their teachings, prepare to challenge your assumptions, expand your horizons, and embrace a vision of interconnectedness that offers hope for a fragmented world. Albert Einstein, celebrated for his revolutionary contributions to science, such as the theory of relativity and E=mc superscript 2, did not confine his genius to equations and theories alone. A deeply reflective thinker, Einstein sought to unravel the mysteries of existence, often turning his gaze toward the ethical and philosophical realms. Among world philosophies, Buddhism captured his admiration for its compatibility with scientific principles and its profound moral insights. Rather than centering on the worship of a personal god or adherence to rigid dogmas, Buddhism advocates a pragmatic, experiential exploration of reality and the mind, qualities that align seamlessly with Einstein's scientific ethos. Einstein's unconventional views on religion further underscore his alignment with Buddhist principles. He identified as a religious non-believer, rejecting the notion of a personal God yet marveling at the universe's intricate harmony. His perspective, echoing Baruch Spinoza's vision of God as the embodiment of nature itself, finds a striking parallel in Buddhist teachings. Both philosophies emphasize natural laws as the fabric of existence, steering away from divine intervention. In Buddhism, Einstein discovered a philosophy that celebrates curiosity and ethical living, grounded in the realities of the universe. This meeting point of science and spirituality offers timeless lessons, reminding us to remain humble before the mysteries of existence while nurturing a compassionate, inquisitive mind. At first glance, Albert Einstein and the Buddha might seem worlds apart. 1. A physicist unlocking the secrets of space-time, the other, a spiritual teacher guiding humanity toward liberation. Yet, their pursuits reveal striking parallels. Both embarked on a relentless quest for truth, each using the tools available to them. Einstein, the precision of mathematics and observation; the Buddha, the sharp focus of mindfulness and introspection. despite their contrasting methods. Both illuminated profound realities about existence and our place within it. Einstein revolutionized our understanding of the universe by revealing that time and space are not fixed, but intertwined dimensions, inseparable from one another. Yet, he humbly acknowledged that human perception often distorts reality. As he reflected, a human being is part of the whole, called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts, and feelings as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This resonates deeply with the Buddha's teachings on anatta or non-self, which describe the self as a mental construct, a fleeting illusion shaped by attachments and ignorance. What binds these two extraordinary minds is their recognition of interconnectedness. Einstein's theory of relativity dismantled the notion of isolated entities, revealing a cosmos where everything is intricately linked. Similarly, the Buddha taught dependent origination, the principle that all phenomena arise in interdependence. Like waves rippling across an ocean, both thinkers arrived at the realization that true wisdom lies in transcending the illusion of separateness. Moreover, they understood that this interconnectedness calls for compassion. Einstein spoke of the need to widen our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures, a sentiment that mirrors the Buddha's practice of metta, or universal loving-kindness. For both, love and empathy were not mere sentiments but powerful forces capable of uniting humanity and addressing its greatest challenges. Einstein and the Buddha also shared a common humility. Einstein famously remarked, "The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know." This acknowledgement of the unknown aligns with the Buddha's middle way, which balances doubt and belief, encouraging a spirit of open inquiry rather than rigid certainty. Their shared wisdom reminds us that neither science nor spirituality has all the answers, but together they can guide us toward greater understanding. In a world increasingly divided by ideology and consumed by materialism, the insights of Einstein and the Buddha offer a timely reminder of our shared existence. They call on us to look beyond the surface, beyond individual gain, beyond the ego, and recognize the profound connections that unite all beings. By integrating the scientific precision of Einstein with the spiritual wisdom of the Buddha, we can embark on a path that leads not just to knowledge, but to peace, purpose, and liberation. Albert Einstein believed morality should not be tethered to the fear of divine punishment or the lure of heavenly rewards. Instead, he championed a vision of ethics rooted in compassion, education, and the strength of social bonds. Reflecting this perspective, he once remarked, "If people are good only because they fear punishment or hope for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed." This insight calls us to examine the true essence of virtue, something far deeper than blind obedience to external forces. The Buddha's teachings similarly emphasize wisdom and personal accountability as the foundation of ethical living. In his Noble Eightfold Path, the Buddha provided a roadmap for living virtuously, free from reliance on divine mandates or fear of retribution. His philosophy urges us to cultivate a life guided by mindfulness, ethical conduct, and discernment. creating a morality born from understanding rather than coercion. Both figures share a profound insight: true morality blossoms from empathy, introspection, and a genuine understanding of interconnectedness. For Einstein, this meant expanding our sense of self to include all living beings, recognizing the universe's intricate unity. For the Buddha, it meant transcending the illusion of separateness and embracing boundless compassion through metta, or loving kindness. In a world often divided by dogmas, these timeless teachings remind us that ethical behavior is not something imposed from without but arises naturally when we awaken to the shared humanity and interdependence of all life. It is a call to cultivate compassion, not out of obligation, but because it is the highest expression of wisdom and the truest path to liberation. The poison arrow, a timeless lesson from the Buddha. The Buddha once told a parable about a man struck by a poison arrow. Instead of seeking immediate medical help, the man insisted on knowing irrelevant details about the arrow. What type of poison was it? Who shot it? What was the shooter's background? The Buddha used this parable to teach that when faced with suffering or problems, we must focus on the immediate solution rather than getting caught up in unnecessary questions that don't lead to relief. The poison is in us now, the priority is to heal the wound. In today's world, this lesson couldn't be more relevant. People are often distracted by endless debates over ideological, metaphysical, or political concerns. Whether it's the latest conspiracy theory, social media arguments, or even abstract philosophical debates, the distractions pull us away from what truly matters: addressing the real, urgent issues that impact our lives. Issues like mental health, climate change, social inequality, and the growing divide between us all demand our immediate attention, not idle speculation. Just like the man in the Buddha's parable, we often spend more time arguing about the details than solving the root cause of our suffering. The Buddha's wisdom invites us to step back from the noise of our modern world and ask, what is the poison I'm dealing with right now? What can I do to heal? In our world, we often forget that suffering is an intrinsic part of life, and that it can't be avoided by avoiding the details. What truly matters is how we respond. Do we dwell on the source of our suffering? Or do we focus on the healing process itself? By prioritizing mindfulness and presence, we can shift our attention from the endless questions that lead nowhere to the actions that can truly alleviate pain. Einstein's humility, embracing the mystery. Albert Einstein, a towering intellect who forever changed the way we understand the universe, also shared a profound humility in his approach to knowledge. Despite his extraordinary breakthroughs in physics, Einstein recognized the limits of human understanding. He once said, "The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science." This awe toward the unknown is a sentiment that aligns closely with the Buddha's teachings on the middle way. Einstein was fascinated by the mysteries of the universe. Even with his deep scientific knowledge, he always acknowledged the vast unknowns that still lay before us. This intellectual humility mirrors the Buddha's concept of the middle way, a path that avoids the extremes of absolute certainty on one hand, and absolute doubt on the other. Instead, the middle way encourages an open-minded approach to both belief and skepticism, teaching us to embrace what we know while leaving room for the mysterious forces we cannot yet grasp. It's about balance, not being overly dogmatic in our search for answers, yet not entirely dismissing the possibility that some things are beyond our current comprehension. Both Einstein and the Buddha invited us to recognize the importance of humility, whether in our scientific pursuits or spiritual practice. They showed us that true wisdom is not about having all the answers but about respecting the questions, understanding the limits of our knowledge, and remaining open to what is yet to be discovered. It's a call to avoid the trap of certainty, to see the world through the lens of wonder rather than rigid belief. In doing so, we honor the mystery of existence itself. In our fast-paced world, the teachings of both Einstein and the Buddha are more relevant than ever. Take the rise of mindfulness practices, for example. Rooted in Buddhist traditions, mindfulness meditation has become a scientifically validated method for reducing stress, managing anxiety, and improving overall well-being. Studies now show that mindfulness can help us focus, calm our minds, and live more in the present moment. It is a modern application of ancient wisdom, demonstrating how Buddhism's emphasis on inner peace and mental clarity aligns perfectly with contemporary psychological and neuroscientific understandings. Einstein's admiration for Buddhism wasn't just theoretical. He saw in Buddhism a philosophy that doesn't rely on dogma but on empirical observation, much like the scientific method he championed. Today, we can see how this approach resonates in both the science of mindfulness and the practical application of Buddhist teachings to real-world problems. By applying both spiritual mindfulness and scientific inquiry, we can cultivate deeper awareness and understanding, helping us to navigate the complexities of modern life with greater peace and clarity. In a world full of noise and distraction, it's easy to lose track of what really matters. The Buddha's teaching on focusing on what truly alleviates suffering, and Einstein's reverence for the mysteries of the universe, remind us that the answers we seek might not come from endless speculation or intellectual arguments but from a more balanced approach, one that blends wisdom with humility, science with spirituality. By learning to see the world through this lens, we can begin to bridge the divide between ancient wisdom and modern knowledge, creating a more harmonious and meaningful path forward for ourselves and for future generations. As we navigate an era dominated by technology and information, the teachings of Einstein and the Buddha offer timeless guidance. Their shared emphasis on interconnectedness, compassion, and intellectual humility provides a counterbalance to the fragmented, self-centered mindset prevalent today. Reflecting on their ideas, we might ask ourselves, how can we cultivate a sense of unity in a divided world? What steps can we take to prioritize meaningful action over endless speculation? How might we integrate scientific curiosity with spiritual wisdom in our daily lives? Einstein and the Buddha, though separated by millennia and disciplines, shared a profound vision: liberation. For Einstein, liberation meant breaking free from intellectual dogmas and embracing the mysterious beauty of the universe. For the Buddha, It meant transcending suffering and the illusions of the self through mindfulness and compassion. Their combined wisdom invites us to expand our horizons, challenge our assumptions, and strive for a deeper understanding of ourselves and the cosmos. By bridging science and spirituality, we can unlock new ways of living with purpose, harmony, and awe. Join us on this journey of discovery as we delve deeper into the teachings of Einstein and the Buddha. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sacred Buddha Wisdom for more explorations into the timeless truths that unite humanity.